Hello and welcome to Corporate Corridor. I'm Zain Sohorwardi, and this week we're talking about the textile sector of Pakistan with particular emphasis on the value-added industry. Now, of late, we have seen an economic slowdown sort of scenario in Pakistan in all industries, and of course the textile industry of Pakistan has been hit badly as a result of that as well. Today we're focusing on the value-added industry and what problems it is facing in their exports, what are the local problems, what are the international problems which are facing, with particular emphasis on the yarn shortage which has come to highlight in this particular couple of months, as well as the freight problems which the value-added industry is facing. So we'll talk about all of that today on Corporate Corridor, and joining me on Corporate Corridor is Mr. Rafiq Habib Godal on my left here, who is the acting chairman of Pakistan Apparel Forum and a member of the Textile and Implement Policy for the Ministry of Textile. And on my right is Mr. Kamran Chandana, who is the chairman of the Pakistan Knitwear and Sweater Export Association. Thank you very much, gentlemen, first of all, for joining me on Corporate Corridor this week. Now, Rafiq Saab, I'll start off with you, and we'll start off, of course, with the problems which the industry, that is the value-added industry, which it is facing right now in Pakistan.
Right now, situation is the government have been given us the target new textile policy for 25 billion for next 5 years. But all of a sudden they have given this policy came after very long in first week of September. Right now the yarn crisis came a very big situation right now. We are negotiating from the government last 2 months. The yarn is gone. Is a very big shortage in local market right now. Because last year the yarn export was the 20% and 80% locally we used as a value-added sector.
20% was exported, 80% was used locally.
And this year it came 85% locally used and 15% export.
Okay.
But from the 1st July, the yarn came in a very big shortage. The value-added sector is hit right now in a very bad shape. Because in this last 5 months, the yarn exported more than 54%. So right
in the last 2 months you're talking about?
Last 3 months and 4 months. Because the target, the production is, the yarn is 175,000 metric ton to 200,000. So in September, the export is 71,000 metric ton. In October is 59,000. So it means right now in 12% is already unemployment we have been facing right now, because the state banks recorded 12% in value added is export is down.
All right.
So my point of view, right now government has to make a restrict on yarn, otherwise in January is going to be more worse, because yarn, you can see China is importing. China, India and Pakistan altogether 75% they are producing cotton yarn in Pakistan, and China is importing your yarn. It means then their government is giving 17% to Chinese people and they are exporting to the same competitor.
So we're exporting raw materials to our competitors, putting it in.
Exactly. So my point of view, if this situation is going on and yarn situation in January and February, we have to face a very huge losses for unemployment, because in textile sector 39% we have employment in all over Pakistan, the employment.
All right.
If we don't look in this matter on micro and we don't stop the yarn, just like Bangladesh Prime Minister, what she did it, she make a ban on the jute.
So we need a policy implementation, we need it from the government's point of view, and we've heard from different forums as well asking the government of Pakistan for a ban on export of this yarn. Now, Kamran Saab, coming over to you and specifically talking about this yarn shortage in Pakistan. Now, as per figures available on a general basis, 20-25% used to be exported. Now, close to 50 to 60% of the yarn is being exported, as a result of which what is happening is that the local value-added producers are not getting enough yarn to produce their own product, right?
Let me explain you the situation. We have 2 seasons for exporting.
Okay.
Spring and fall. We book the order in spring during July, August and September at the rate of 70 rupees per pound, for the example 20 single yarn. All of a sudden the yarn have been increased by 30%.
Okay.
We lose our commitments because no one increased the price.
And this increase in local yarn prices has come about because of the export which the government is
absolutely,
to?
because the export have been increased as compared to last year in October.
Okay.
Last year October the figure was 40,000, which have been increased 75,000 metric ton. In November again 40,000, 42,000 metric ton, and this year have been exported 59,000. The yarn for the domestic local market is not available even at any cost, because the yarn is the yarn have been exporting. The quality yarn is not available. The yarn mill have given us the example 100 bags they give us for use. The inferior quality was given to us.
Now, talking about this export scenario which has come about in yarn, now what is the main reason why Pakistan is exporting? Is it because China and Bangladesh have a shortage of yarn?
Yes, they have a cotton crop shortage.
Okay.
Because they want to use their labor in the whole season. They want to busy themselves. They are buying Pakistani yarn.
And Pakistan is willing to export.
Pakistan is willing to export, and at the end, after March, the yarn will be not available in Pakistan for domestic consumption.
Rafiq sir, what benefit are the exporters of yarn getting out of this? Are they getting a better price as such? Are they benefiting more than if they would add value to that and export it abroad?
I mean, whenever shortage came, this is the government duty to monitor, because in this subject, unemployment is going to be a very big.
All right, so we need to take a very quick break here. I'm sorry, you just need to take a break here. We'll come back and continue talking more about the problem of yarn and the exports which Pakistan is facing. We'll also talk about other problems as a result of freight charges and freight problems which the exporters of Pakistan, especially textile, are facing. We'll talk about all of that right after this very short break, so do stay tuned.